If you've ever said, I just need to start over again, I want you to pause for a second because the reality is starting over isn't the problem. It's the way you're starting that is keeping you stuck. Essentially, like, let me know if this sounds familiar. You miss a few workouts, the weekend comes along, maybe you drink too much, you go off plan, you feel like you failed, so you tell yourself, like, hey, next week I'm going to be stricter, more disciplined, like, I'm not going to mess up anymore. There's no room to mess up. And essentially, it's going to work, and it does always for a few days, but then inevitably life kicks in. Stress, work, kids, travel. Essentially, you're right back where you started. But I'm here to tell you today that that doesn't mean you are weak. Essentially, you're just starting from a broken system. What you actually need isn't more pressure, it's alignment. And alignment means that your plan is going to fit the reality of your life. It supports goals, it supports your goals and your values. And it's something I have struggled with for years, to be honest. And when I understood that starting from alignment and not guilt, I stopped bouncing between extremes, like being 100% on or not being on at all. And that's when I found like I was able to not only get very consistent, but I felt more in control of not just training or eating, but also of my life. And the results have stuck. Like I think that has caused me to be a more resilient person. And so, in closing here, the extreme, the black or white mentality isn't what is going to help you to start or restart. Like, that is not what you need. Like, if you just feel like you're in that stuck in the start over loop and you're always just starting over, then what you really need to focus on is alignment and trying to understand how training, how nutrition, like what that looks like in your day-to-day life, and stop guilting yourself immediately if you're just in a different, like, what I say, a season of life. Like, maybe you have the intention to work out 5 days a week, but maybe in your life you really only can fit in 3. Those things are never going to work out, and you're always going to feel bad about yourself. You're always going to have this like negative perception that you're not pushing as hard enough, you don't want it bad enough, when it's just not the reality of your life. Like, you can still want it, but only be able to get in 3 days, and that's okay. That's what I mean by guilt. So if you find you're in that guilt loop cycle, just go ahead and stop and look for alignment in your life.